Once, in a quiet village tucked between hills and rivers, there lived an old man. He was wise, calm, and respected by everyone. But despite all the peace around him, his heart was troubled. Troubled because of his son. His son was young, strong in body, but weak in will. He was careless, lazy, and lacked any purpose. He didn't study, didn't work, and didn't help around the house. While other young men in the village were learning trades, helping their families, or building their futures, this boy would simply wander around aimlessly. From morning till evening, he wasted time talking to strangers, watching clouds pass, or sitting under trees, doing nothing at all. The father, seeing his son drift like this every day, felt a heavy sadness in his chest. He had tried explaining things to him many times, but the boy never listened. So one day, the old man thought, maybe advice isn't what he needs. Maybe he needs experience. That morning, the father called his son. "Come here, son," he said. "I want you to do something for me today." The boy walked in slowly, thinking it would be just another boring lecture. But the father surprised him. He pointed to a cupboard and said, "There's an old watch inside. Go get it." The boy fetched the watch. It was dusty, with faded leather straps and an old-fashioned dial. The boy looked at it and asked, "What's so special about this?" His father replied, "I want you to take this watch to the market. Show it to people. Ask them how much they think it's worth. That's all." Somewhat confused, the boy nodded and left for the market. He wandered from stall to stall, showing the watch to random people. A vegetable vendor took one glance and said, $5 maybe. Looks old. A butcher offered $10, saying it could be cleaned and used. A few others just shrugged and said it wasn't worth anything. At the end of the day, the boy returned home and told his father. Everyone had a different price. Some said $5, others said $10. One man offered $8. The old man smiled gently. "Good. Now, put the watch back in the cupboard." The next morning, the father again called his son. This time, he said, "Take the same watch to the market, but don't ask for its price. Ask people how much they would pay for the time it shows." The boy frowned. "What do you mean?" The father just smiled. "Go. You'll understand." Reluctantly, the boy went again, but this time things were different. He walked up to people and asked, "How much would you pay for the time this watch shows?" At first, people were confused. Then they started laughing. "Is something wrong with you?" said a shopkeeper. "Time isn't for sale. Come on, kid." A woman laughed. "You trying to sell time now?" Some people ignored him. Others mocked him. A few even told him to go away. Frustrated and humiliated, the boy walked aimlessly through the market. He didn't understand what his father was trying to prove. Why was he being made a joke in front of the whole village? Finally, as the sun began to set, he walked into a small antique shop. Behind the counter sat an old man, polishing a brass compass. The boy hesitated, but asked one last time, "Sir, how much is the time in this watch worth?" The old man paused. He looked up, studied the boy's face, and then smiled. A knowing smile. He said, "Son, what you're asking is the most important question of all." The boy was confused again. "What do you mean?" The shopkeeper continued. "You see, people can put a price on gold, on silver, on a watch like the one you carry. But the time inside it, that's priceless. No one, no matter how rich, can buy even a single second of it once it's gone." He leaned forward and said softly, "Let me tell you something. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose possessions and replace them. But time, once it passes, it's gone forever. You could offer me $1 million, and I still wouldn't be able to go back and relive yesterday." The boy stood still, silent. The old man added, "There's one bad thing about time. It always moves forward. But there's also one beautiful thing about it. You get to choose how you spend it. Rich or poor, old or young, we all get the same 24 hours in a day. What you do with them, that's what shapes your life." The boy's eyes widened. It was as if a fog had lifted from his mind. He thanked the old man and ran back home. When he reached, he found his father sitting in the same spot, waiting, The boy held the watch tightly in his hand and said, "Now I understand. It's not about the price of the watch. It's about the value of time." The old man smiled. Exactly. From that day forward, something changed in the boy. He began waking up early. He helped his father with chores. He took up an apprenticeship with the village carpenter. Slowly, the villagers noticed the change. The boy who once wasted time had now learned its value. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it wisely. And once it's gone, you can never get it back. So ask yourself today, how are you spending your time? Because the clock is always ticking, and your life is being written 1 second at a time.